it's that time. Without further ado, we're going to go into the dungeon for JD's week 1 of the 2025 season keys to victory.
Lock in, Cheese Kingdom, Jason Dunn's dropping dimes. 10 keys to victory, it's football time. He's been in the trenches, he's battled the best. Breaking down the matchups, forget all the rest. From Mahomes to the defense, the blueprint is clear. JD's got the knowledge that the fans want to hear. Keys to the game, straight from a pro. How the Chiefs take the win, he's letting you know. Lock in, Chiefs Kingdom, Jason Dunn's dropping dimes. 10 keys to victory, it's football time.
You best believe the Chiefs are down there for business and blood. What is up? What is up? I tell you what, when I come out here and I give you the keys to victory, I'm trying to find things in my personal life that relates to football a lot. They say football parallels life, okay? And it does in a lot of ways. Football's taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me a lot about other people. It's taught me a lot about teamwork. It's taught me a lot about grit, compassion, determination. It's just given me a gift that continues to keep on giving. Welcome to the dungeon. Now, I tell you what, this contest that we're about to go down, where we're down in Brazil against the Chargers, it's a good contest for us. This is a game that will help determine who guys are. We're going to find out if guys are going to bow their back up. We're going to find out if some of the young bloods that we had gotten in the draft are what they saw. We're going to find out if some of the veterans are not complacent, if they made a decision to get the job done. This is a long time coming. At the end of the season, when guys were despondent and beaten up, and there was a lot of laughs, there was a lot of doubt, there was a lot of like, I told you so's. See, the Chiefs were pretenders last year. Look how they got handled. If somebody else had played in the Super Bowl, it would have been different. The Chiefs, they tricked everybody. They tricked the fans and all the pundits that came out and they were talking on, I told you Saul was right. And that's all we heard during the offseason. We heard that Patrick Mahomes were overrated. We heard that Travis Kelce was too old. He'd been doing too much off the field. He wasn't the same guy, just a shell of himself. We were told that Chris Jones wasn't worth the salt. He gives up on a lot of plays. He doesn't play through everything. That he got fat on his contract. Decided to take plays off. He's talking about our receiving core and how, you threw one bomb at the end of the game that didn't mean anything. And, hey, we gave you this touchdown. That's all I heard during the offseason. And look, I used to be a Philadelphia Eagle. I started my career up there. Still had a lot of friends that played up there, that had their careers still live up that way. Had full conversations with them during off season. And all I did was I sat back silent. I'm like, yeah, okay, you got us. You did. Okay. Very good game. Actually, on our side, we didn't show up the way that we should have. We knew that. It was opportunity that we missed. But one thing I know, and one thing I've been expecting coming into this season, it was going to be a revenge tour. We were quiet about it. We said we took that game and we threw it away, threw it in the trash. It's behind us now. We're not worried about it. We're not worried about a revenge tour. We're just going to go out and play football. Well, I'll tell you what. The guys in the Chiefs locker room have way too much pride. They may say, we don't care too much about the game. It's all over. Come back next year. Well, these guys came back with a renewed spirit. Travis Kelce said, you know what? Maybe I wasn't the best, but I'm going to make sure I am this year. The man decided to go and get himself in the shape that he used to be in, dedicate himself to the sport, decided to get on one knee and decided to have a beautiful gal in his life. Glad it worked out. As all season, Travis Kelce is on a mission. Patrick Mahomes, they kept saying, oh, well, he's done lost it. He doesn't have the numbers. Matter of fact, let's go to the top 10 quarterbacks. Who's the best quarterbacks in the business? And almost in every single list, they've shown everybody else but PM15. Not the guys that got the cachet who have been to the mountaintop to win it. They keep putting them on the pedestal. I keep hearing Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. They even bring in Justin Herbert. And sometimes they bring in Baker Mayfield, who got ran out of Cleveland, talking about how good he is. But it seems to always move past PM15 as being one of the best. I watched one of my greatest quarterbacks that I love, Joe Montana, who was coming out of his slumber, being asked on the Pat McAfee show, who, if he had it today to start a franchise with, who would it be? We're going to give you Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy that's a no-brainer. Who else you going to bring? Joe Montana is sitting there. He's like, oh, shit, what is going on? Joe Montana is trying to shake out the cobwebs. He's like, I guess the guy up there in Buffalo didn't even know his name. And maybe the guy that's in Philly, Joe Burrow, yeah, because everybody got to say Joe Burrow, because I've been hearing it all season that Joe Burrow's, he's the guy. Let me see, who else? Oh, yeah, the guy in San Diego, too. He's pretty good. And I'm like, okay. Well done, Joe Montana. I know they kind of put you on the spot and they got you a little discombobulated by giving you Brock Purdy as a franchise quarterback. Then I'm sure you were sitting there thinking, this guy right here couldn't even wash my jockstrap. But they're going to put him in my corner. But the name that was missing from Joe's lips was the most accomplished quarterback in the past 8 years. The most accomplished quarterback in the short time than all the greats that you want to put up there. Who you want? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, John L. Who you want to name? The most accomplished quarterback that had a playoff record of 17-4. Somehow name is not mentioned. And all I want to do is say, hey, man, Joe, go back to sleep. This is a bad dream. They didn't have to do you like that. Maybe once you get up and you're like, okay, I get my senses back to me, I'm starting with PM15. Any other name besides his starting as a franchise quarterback is criminal. And it's absolutely disrespectful. So this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're going to get this whole offseason. We had Colin Cowherd, who comes on with every tape that he possibly can give. He just throws things on the wall, hoping everything sticks. Andy Reid has made Patrick Mahomes, and he's had the best possible opportunity than any other quarterback to start his career. He leaves out all the other guys that profited off great defenses, great coordinators. He said Patrick Mahomes actually, back in the past, he said Patrick Mahomes really wasn't coordinator dependent, but now all of a sudden he is. Okay, all right, Colin, I hear you. Behind your desk, you keep sitting right there. You keep sitting right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you right now about this keys to victory, okay? I'm a bit long-winded right now. I really didn't want to get into it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into these keys to victory because these things are important about this win down there in Brazil. We're going to talk about some of these things. Now, let's start offensively. What do we want to do offensively? Do the Chiefs look like the same Chiefs? Somebody said, Will Collins, the dynasty is over. They don't look like the same team they're done with. Come on, Will. You don't believe that. You don't even believe the words coming out of your mouth. I can see it. You almost had a daggone stroke thinking about it, saying that like that. You knew you was lying when it came out your mouth. You knew it. You knew it. It's all right. How we get down with this victory. Offense, number one. Keys to victory. Offense. First thing you got to think about. Well, guess what? We don't have Rashee Rice. We finally find out Rashee Rice is going to be missing a few games for us. About time. Fine. Good. Let's get it over with. Fine. Rashee Rice is not playing. That's okay. We will be fine. Why? Because we got number one. We got number 5. We got number 2. We got Tyquan Thorne. We got number 9. Okay? Wide receiver Rashee Rice is not playing. Who is stepping up? That's the question. I named them. Number 1, number 5, number 9, number 2. Who else we got? We got Remigio. Who else we need to name? And we got enough. We got enough. So they don't think we're going to go deep with these, okay? I'll tell you what. All of this, 1, 5, 2, 9, you know what that equals? Speed. We got speed demons out here. Speed is who we got. We can outrun any secondary. We're faster than any defense. We could burn any DB, any safety. It doesn't matter who lines up against us. We will torture. And when we decide not to torture, throw a couple of back shoulder throws. We've seen some of that preseason. Guess what? That's coming again. Guess what? We got a new bag. We got a new bag of tricks. Yes, we do. Get ready for it. But got it. We know wide receiver's going to be one. Number two. No, two things. I didn't talk about it. Talked about our tight end. 8-7. He's back in business. Guess what? And he means business. And he means business too. 8-7 ain't taking no time off. He got a renewed spirit. And I've said this. I could be completely wrong. But 8-7 is coming out here for a revenge tour. He's coming out here to win the whole thing. He's taking no prisoners. Everybody think he's out. He's washed up. He ain't the same guy. Guess what? He got a renewed spirit. He got a new guy. Just bought a big old fat rock I seen out there. Woo! 8-7 is ready. Then we talk about Noah Gray. Right? We talk about Jared Riley. We talk about Robert Tonyan. We talk about the tight ends. That's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Tight ends is going to run the game. That's another thing that we got. We got weapons. I keep going. Number three thing, weapons. Wide receivers, tight end, let's go running backs. Are these. Woo! Guess who's back? Pacheco is back. The man's bigger, stronger, more elusive. He's running harder. He's muscled up and he's ready to go. He is muscled up and he's ready to go. 10 is ready to run over somebody. And I'll tell you right now, linebackers and everybody else, you better watch your neck. You better watch it. Because 10's coming for you. And guess who else we got? We got Hunt back there. Marks like to call him Hump for Red October. I love that name for him. We're going to send him out there like a heat-seeking missile. Hump for Red October was about the nuclear submarines. I want him to go nuclear on Friday. That's what I want to see from Mike. Okay? Best third yard down in the business. Back in the business. Got to come back cooking for us. Number 4 thing we have to see. Oh, young bloods. You know how to name them? Young bloods. Offensive tackles, guards, okay? And then we got the vets. Guess what they are? Our whole line is a bunch of bullies. That's what they are. Young bloods, offensive tackle, guards, vets, and the whole line's offensive bullies. That's all they are. So we're going to put them to the test too. It's a great test for them guys. We got a franchise offensive tackle. We did with Josh Simmons. We found out a whole lot about our left guard in King Suma. He showed he could get the job done. If you doubt it, come watch this Friday. If you know what everybody else is going to do, we know that. Bet-wise, we got the best center in the game. We got the best right guard in the business. We got an offensive tackle who's still dirty, who's nasty out here, and Juwan Taylor, who's back, does a great job out there. I trust these guys. Guess what? They're going to come and hit you in the mouth. That's what our tackle's going to do. Number 5 thing, okay? I already done talked about it. The PM15 feels the disrespect. He feels it. I want everybody to keep talking. I want everybody to keep leaving his name out. He notices that. He notices it. He's got a new haircut. He's come back, got his fundamentals all back together. The man, all he does is make plays. We see how it's going to end. PM15 feels that disrespect. And he's coming out there for blood. That's what's going to happen. That's what it's going to be. So that's going to be the keys to victory. PM15 feels the disrespect. I'm looking against these Chargers, at least 6 TDs. That's what I'm looking at. At least 6 TDs against this team. Down in Brazil. That's what it's going to be. Now, let's go to the defensive side of the football. This is what we're going to get back here. And I told you, listen, this is the first day, first keys to victory. Taking a little while, but I'm a little pissed off at this, okay? There's a lot of disrespect going on there. So we run through the defense real quick. But it's all right. It's to be expected. Why is it going to be disrespected? Because they hate what they fear. They can't stand the Chiefs because of the success. We know that. And that's all right. Truly, it is. Defensively, what's it going to take? Well, let's go. We sat there and said, we know one thing we got to test is that defensive line. We done talked about Mike Pennell. He's no longer with us. But like Donnie Edwards said on the show earlier, it's about opportunity. There's opportunity right there, gentlemen. Guess what? CJ is back in the saddle. '95. He's back. And guess what? He got a whole posse with him. He got the posse with him. Benahoo. We're talking about Ashton Gelati. We're speaking about Kalafkis, Dana. Nandi is back. Jared Tillery is new. He's bringing everybody with him. One guy I'm looking at, that's what I'm keeping my eyes on. Right there. That's what I want to see. Galactus, do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Every time I come up here, I'm going to put a name. Hey, the stats up here, this is the guy I want to see this week on defense. I'm ready for George Galactus to step up. He just got paid. Go get him. Chris Challenger, during training camp, go get 15 sacks. They just paid you good money. Go get more. And I believe that. This is the guy I wanted here. When we asked during that draft, who you want here, JD, I said this guy, George Kalafdis from Purdue. And we got him here. Number 2 thing, what is it going to take? Well, we said, what do we have to do? Stop the run. Period. Stop the run. For our keys to victory, to beat this team, we got to stop the run. We got embarrassed during the preseason against Seattle Seahawks. They had everybody run the football. They almost looking at the stands. Do you want to take a chance? You want to turn? It's embarrassing. Now, D-line knew that. So now the opportunity that Donnie was talking about, the young guys, we need to stop the run. Period. We need to stop the run. Number 3. Yes, sir. Linebackers have to play downhill. Our linebackers have to play downhill. They do a good job of flowing. But if they decide to run up the gut, A and B gap, they decide to run that zone, that stretch, whatever it may be, our guys got to come downhill and hit that center or that guard dead in the mouth and take you straight off his feet. I'm waiting for 32 to have a game. That's what I'm looking at. 32's coming out to mean business. Got a little sparing time preseason. This game, he's about to go crazy. Welcome to the NFL, Blossom. If we need to cover some guys, we get Boss in there. Throw him out there. He's got it. He can do it. Give him the green dot. Let him have it. He can handle it. He's ready for it. That's why we got him here. Number 4. Secondary, get it done. Didn't want to have a lot of like Trim McDuffie talking about his contract. We wanted to get rid of all of that. Hey, that right there in itself, we'll handle that during off season. Let these guys go ball. Fulton is out there. Uh-oh. Gets his own squad. He's going to be ready to ball. Jalen Watson is back from his injury. He's ready to ball. We got ballers out there. Our secondary. Hicks, Connors, Cook, you name it. Williams. We got guys. And they ready to ball out there. It's going to be a good test. They got Lab McConkley as one of the top receivers. I'm like, man, okay. Put an end to that. He had a good game against us all last year. We're going to stop that up. Shut that down. Number 5. Handle the noise. They say we're not good enough. We ain't got the same defense. Ain't the same guys. What are the Chiefs gonna do? Do we have to go back and try to outscore everybody? Put a zillion points on the board? Because the defense don't look the same. They lost Justin Reed, and the secondary is in shambles. We don't quite know, and our defensive line is untested. Worry about none of that noise. Let's go out there and go play. Now, make it real simple. From this point on, I'm going to challenge each and every one of you as fans. When you go out here, it's real simple. You're either all in or you're all out. You're all in or you're all out. You make a decision where it's going to be. See, one thing I do know is this. People that are afraid doubt themselves. The people that are arrogant doubt others. If you're afraid this season, you bite your nails because it gets too close, oh my gosh, what the Chiefs and all this going to do, stuff like that, I need for you to find something else to do. We ain't got time for scary business. And we got time for shaky folks. So either you're all in or you're all out. Time for you to make a decision. The last thing I will say is this. As I'm reminded of what grit and determination means. And sometimes people count you out and say that you're not who they think you are. I got a nephew who's in the hospital, who's being under strain physically. Went through surgery after surgery and have seen the worst side of it. And I heard a lot of people down, oh my gosh, that I'm worried and stuff like that. And I guess what I did like this, I said, you don't know him like I know him. You don't know him like I know him. And when I talked to him, I said, show these people who you are. And he's done that. Time in, time again. He's defied all the odds because he don't have any quit in him. This is exactly what I see in this team. Doubt him if you want to. All you pundits and everybody out of here talking the noise and all that, you don't know him like we know him. So go ahead and bet against him. We better start the betting show. Bet against him. Matter of fact, slide your money on over this way. I'll take it. And every little dollar I win from that, I'm going to fold it up and I'm going to put it over here in the little cubby and I'll keep winning. And I'll hold that money for you. And at the end of the year, if the Chiefs win it all, we're going to throw a big old shindig and a big old party. And let you all know we told you so. We told you so. So whether it be Colin Cowherd or Will Collin or whoever else that steps up and talk about Joe Montana, who all these other people, you ought to know better. But apparently you don't. So I guess we got to show you who we are. See you later. Let's go get this victory down there in Brazil.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.